Hi everyone, I'm going to do a tutorial on how I did my most recent makeup look. If you saw it, then you know it was me ripping off my skin. If you didn't see it, well, now you know it was me ripping off my skin. So the first thing I do, I'm going to test it on my arm so you can actually see it, is I get some lotion and put it on my arm just so, it's a lot of lotion, just so the liquid latex that I'm going to be using doesn't irritate my skin in any way, shape, or form. So you just put on the lotion, and then you get started. So I'm going to use the same brush that I used yesterday. I haven't cleaned it yet, that's why I'm going to use it, because it already has red on it. So you're going to be taking your brush, and this is the palette that I use right now. I just got it. I started with this color right here, next to the glittery one. And you're just going to you're literally just going to rub it onto your arm. Like right over where you put the lotion. That's the first thing you do. You just put it on your arm. You can make it like as long as you want, wherever you want, you know, the liquid latex so you can peel off the skin, whatever. It's gonna look kind of like that. And then you can put, you know, as much or as little as you want. And then just to like render it a little bit, add more like frame, use a little bit of a darker red to it too. You can like make it pop more, especially like around the edges and stuff. Just so you get that more like realistic feeling of the, you know, blood under your skin. And then I also went in with this lighter shade just to blend it out some more, just so it wasn't like so pink or so dark red that it didn't look believable. And after you do that, you're going to take something like this. I took just a little bit of this fake blood. This is the one that, this is the one that I use. You're going to take a little bit of it, and you're going to literally just take like the backside of one of these and dab it a little bit onto your arm. Again, just so it's like a little bit more believable when you pull it off, and so it sticks better to the liquid latex after. So you're not going to take very much, just again, just a little bit. And now my favorite part. So you're going to be taking your liquid latex. I use this little container of it for now until that runs out, and then I have a couple more containers of it because I have a lot of liquid latex. Mine's mostly dried around the edges, so you can just ignore that. I take a Q-tip, I push it up to the side, and you know, at first I just kind of started dabbing it around, but then I realized it was better if you just pour it directly over your arm. I have to really get ready for this exchange though. Pour it directly over your arm, right where you want it to be. Take the same spongy thing that you used to put on the fake blood, and then dab it on your arm, just like that. And then you're gonna let it dry, and you're gonna repeat the process a couple times. So I will be back when this is dry, and once I repeated it a couple times, so then you can see how it turns out. Okay, so that took me about 13 minutes for it to like completely dry. Again, this is liquid latex I use. Don't use liquid latex if you're allergic to it. Like, that is the biggest thing. Do not use it if you're allergic. That would be awful. So once it's completely dry, like mine is now, where like you can touch it and everything without it sticking to your hands. You can even like wipe it off just one more time. I take, this is the foundation I use because it fits my shade. Use a foundation that fits your shade. You're going to take it. You're going to take your spongy. I use the bottom of my spongy, don't judge me. And literally you're going to do the exact same thing you did with liquid latex. Now I poured liquid latex on my arm about 5 times. So I have about 5 layers of that on my arm right now. You're just going to want to cover it completely with the foundation. So you're going to go over it. You're going to go through your entire arm though, up to wherever you want it to stop. Just so it looks more realistic and not as fake. Or like different skinned match from your arm to the rest of your body. Again, you're just going to take it, And you're going to go through your entire arm. You're going to dab it in. And then you're going to wait. Not wait for it to dry really, but wait for it to dry. Now it's going to look a little kind of funky right here. Just until you get it all blended in properly. So once you get it blended in, it should look less funky, or it'll just look like, kind of have like this giant bruise, or like just this mark on your arm. You can go on with more foundation if you want to. This is going to use a lot of your foundation, so sorry about that. I would just honestly recommend going where your foundation is the weakest and rubbing it in just where you need it to be. And then once you have it all dapped on in, it's going to look like, just kind of like a bruise. Like honestly, it's just going to look like you're bruised. Now, if you want to, you can also like render the top of this to look like actual veins once your foundation is dried. If you wanted to, again, if you wanted to. I don't, because I usually rip mine off after use. So I just kind of keep it how it is. Looking like a burn, pretty much. And that is it. So after you do that, where did I put the cap? Right in front of my face. So after you do that, you have your arm rendered and ready. Now you're just gonna wait for that to dry, just because it takes a minute. And then from here, you can choose whether you want to like rip it off from here, rip it off from like over here, or if you just want to keep it on your arm for a little while and rip it off whenever you want to find it convenient. So that's kind of the end of this tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and actually do a makeup look now with this in mind. So I hope that this tutorial was helpful. Just another reminder. Do not use liquid latex if you're allergic to it. That is a horrible idea. That will cause you an allergy attack, and that would be bad. But thank you for watching. Bye.